I find a very interesting contrast in the work you do. I would love to explore that further. So, on one hand, you dive very deep into spirituality, meditation, mindfulness, and like you've spoken about, it helps you create this 5 second barrier between you and your impulses. And I've noticed that in all these practices, it involves you detaching yourself from your sense or your identity in a way. Because when you're able to do that in mindfulness and meditation in particular, you become a passive observer to your own mind. And as a result, like you said, you put this barrier between you and your impulses and your thoughts. And another aspect is when you actually be able to detach from your identity, you're able to detach from all the stress and anxiety that comes with it, the ego and pride that comes with it. And this entire notion that maybe you're not the center of the universe. And then you're compounding your stress and anxiety because of that. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, you work in self-help, habit formation, growth mindset, and inspiring people to become better versions of themselves. And I feel like in these practices, you need to have a very strong connection with your own identity, because if I want to improve from who I was yesterday, then I need to have a grounded frame of reference of who I am today and have some self-esteem, have some pride in what I do, and then be able to work on that and improve that the next day. So do you find this contrast? Do you often find a tension between these two? Because whenever I've tried to dive into spirituality, I often find that okay, maybe I should dissociate from identity. But that can, if you can go too extreme into that, then maybe you'll never, since your identity doesn't mean anything, you become a passive observer. Then you might feel like, okay, should I really even read this book? Should I even improve myself? What does it matter in the bigger scheme of things? And nihilism starts to creep in. Is this something that you struggle with as well?
Yeah, I think yeah, a lot of people get confused with this. If you take a spiritual journey, the only way is to dissociate from your identity and become a monk kind of thing. But like especially like I believe in Bhagavad Gita a lot. The lessons which Bhagavad Gita teaches you. So Bhagavad Gita tells you there are two ways of enlightenment. One way is completely disassociating from your identity, completely giving up everything which pleases your senses and becoming a monk. But the other way, which it talks about, which I strongly believe in, which I feel I will follow all of my life, is karma yoga. So basically, karma yoga means doing what you are good at, and you don't care about the results. Okay, just focus on the work. And to focus on the work, you need to control your impulses. Okay, for example, if I want to make a YouTube video consistently every week, and my friends are going out, I get that impulse that they are gonna go out, go to club, they're gonna have a good time, and I'm here writing a script, shooting a video, editing, and that barrier between that impulse brings me back to my work. So this is where I use meditation. So I am following the path of karma yoga, and karma yoga doesn't mean to disassociate with yourself completely from your identity. It actually means to amplify your work by disassociating from your impulses. you know as you know, the more control you have over your impulses, the more energy you can focus towards your own goal. So my goal right now is, I can see like what my karma yoga is bringing out of me is that my words are helping people, my experiences are helping people, what I say, what I write is helping people, and the more I do it, the more impact I will create, the more people I will help. So I'm not disassociating from that identity that I can write well, I can speak well. I'm trying to amplify that identity and follow that path of karma yoga without expecting anything in return. And to do that, I need to stay away from impulsive behavior. If I'm running a mentorship program and if a student doesn't follow the program for 2 weeks, if I get angry with it, then there's no point of me running a mentorship program. If I can't handle my own mindset, I can't handle my own impulses, I can never help someone else to do the same. So this is how I see spirituality. When you are doing karma yoga, spirituality becomes a tool to help you do your karma yoga better. But if you are not doing karma yoga, if you are doing the first path, which is called sannyas yoga, you know, you are completely dissociating yourself from the world. So because meditation should have a purpose. Why do you want to do meditation? And very few people know that. And what media has amplified is that there is some kind of white light or a magical light which you see, and the enlightenment which you get from meditation. That kind of meditation people focus on. But that kind of meditation is for monks. You need to do that kind of meditation for hours and hours. The purpose behind that meditation is to explore the full capabilities of your mind and your body. The big sadhus and the big meditators, they are able to survive just on air and water all their life, because they have completely explored all the possibilities of their body and mind. Their body is basically doing photosynthesis, which plants does. If you want to take that path, that is one path. But if you want to contribute towards the society, if you want to work, stay in the society, then spirituality becomes a tool, not the path.
Got it.
Okay,
That's
this
a very
is
clear
this is
distinction.
ha. So this is where
Yeah.
I see spirituality. I see it as a tool. I don't take it too seriously. I do meet so many spiritual fanatics who go so deep into, I don't know how do I say, I met an alien and all that kind of stuff. And okay, I won't say that they didn't. They might have, but how is it helping you with your karma yoga? I've seen people neglecting. If you have taken a responsibility of being a husband, being a father, then it is your responsibility to fulfill that duty. You can't, suddenly, you can't let that spiritual side completely derail your responsibilities which you have taken up in this world. Either you don't take the responsibility and completely go towards the spiritual path, or if you have taken responsibilities, then have that barrier, have boundaries, and use spirituality just as a tool to make your life better.